Hi everyone, my name's Dan Saunders. I'm a product manager here at Basemap, and I'm here today to chat to you about our exciting new release of our TRACC software. It's been dubbed TRACC version 1.3. It's also known as TRACC Drive Time or TRACC Drive Time for Ordnance Survey Highways. So what I'm going to be doing today is just talking through a few of the new features that we think will be of interest to you and giving you a quick example of how they kind of work. This update is available free of charge to all our existing TRACC clients, so please just check your emails. You've already got some emails out explaining how to upgrade. If you have any sort of questions, as always, email tracksupport@basemap.co.uk and we'll be happy to help you out. So, as you can probably tell by the name, TRACC for OS Highways, and latest and greatest feature here is the ability to load in the highways data. So we have a highways importer where you just choose the folder where you've got highways data located at the moment. Make sure you've got all your path data loaded within that as well, whatever type of other data is required. And then just basically select the folder and go import like you would with the ITN data, and all the data will then appear in the system for you. It's very similar to the ITN network, just slightly more accurate with many more links. If you want to know more about highways, I've done a blog on our website. It's worthwhile having a look about that. So as we see TRACC at the moment, all things look fairly similar, but if we zoom in on our network, we should now see, along with the one-way information that we previously used to, we'll see some dotted lines appearing on the map. So here we can see a few dotted lines, and these are effectively representing where we have a turn restriction on the road. This is the first kind of major new feature within TRACC. It's basically the ability to view turn restrictions and also to edit them as well. So if I right click on this link just here, you'll see what a turn restriction effectively looks like. So here we can see on this side is my B node and this side here's my A node representing by the A and B. And it's telling me on the A side, so down here, we've got a no turn restriction going on to the link ending 222. And if we see very closely here, you may or may not be able to see it. You'll see at each of the blue lines, which is a connecting link, you'll see what the last three codes are. Like I see here's link 222, effectively saying I can't turn left when I get to the end here to go onto that link, even though it's a one-way road. If I want to add a brand new turn restriction, it's very easy to do. I can press add. I choose at which side of this link. So is it the B side? Is it the A side? Let's do it on the B side this time. And I could then say, right, if I'm driving up this way and can I come to the B side, I'm then going to say, right, you've got to do a mandatory turn onto link 227, as that's one of the connecting links, or this one here is ending 078. As you can see, it's only showing the drop down of the connecting links. It's impossible to get that wrong. If I then go OK and go OK, that will then be done and updated within the system. The eagle-eyed ones of you within this screen will have noticed that actually this has changed quite a bit. We've got a new thing called the USRN, Unique Street Reference Number, which is new with the latest highways data. And we've also got various new columns on the right-hand side representing different time periods. And these time periods effectively relate to drive time. So now what we can do is we can load in up to 6 different speeds in total to be in alignment with our TM Speeds product, which then allow you to update it from the default speeds shown here to actual real-world observed GPS speeds. Bit of a tongue twister, that one. So how do you do that? So effects from the Road Network tab, we've got a Traffic Master button. With the Traffic Master button, you can select the TM Speeds product just here. I can then choose my first row contains my column header. And we've got various columns of data showing speeds in kilometers an hour. Because we're using this, it auto matches. You may have to rematch them yourselves. If you're using other products, you can load that in. So you can just update these columns manually. Make sure you always enter the road link ID, and if you've got an A and B like we do in TM Speeds, you have one column for one direction and the reverse speed in the other direction. If I then go finish, then we'll do an update query within our database, updating all these speeds to be actual real-world observed GPS speeds, which can be used in the software straight away. So I'll just wait for that to finish. It won't take a second. If I then just reload the network. So now if I select this link just here, we can then see that all the speeds have been updated. So we can see the AM speed, the PM speed, the off-peak speed, the evening speed, and so on. And these speeds then will be used in kilometers an hour for any kind of journey calculation you want. And how you actually access this is you do it via the calculation tool. So if I now go to my drive time option, I can then choose a drop-down menu choosing which of the 6 time periods I'd like to utilize. You can change the naming of these time periods in the settings file. So under the road editing tab, I can change it from AM peak to anything else that you'd like. A top tip here is if you wanted to look at an AM peak and off peak and a night time, you can set them off using the batch calculation to get 3 different results using all different speed variables. And the great thing is using highways data and ITN data, you'll be utilizing the accurate turn restrictions and one-way information that data gives you. Also on the settings, we've also got under map type, we now can do a custom WMS feed, which will be loaded into the software as well, a really important new feature. And what we've also got whilst on that kind of level is we've also got under the calculation, we've got a brand new feature as well. So previously we used to have an interchange penalty, as you'd all kind of look at here, which is called the in-vehicle penalty. What's new for this release is a walk interchange penalty. So people have complained there of a thing called stop hopping. This is effectively where TRACC will allow you to walk to a public transport stop and use it as an interchange about getting on the public transport service to basically bridge the gap between 2 maximum walk distances or interchange distances or anything like that. Now what a walk interchange penalty will do is if you increase that up, it will stop that happening. It will penalise doing it. It will stop you going to a stop and then walking on if you're not getting on a bus service. So you can make that a really high figure to stop that happening. If you want it to look and act in the same way, keep them 2 figures the same and they'll all work as normal going forwards. So what else have we got new? So another new feature we've got within the system as well is we've got an option to contour per destination. So if I zoom out this layer just here at the moment, what we can see at the moment here is we can see a contour showing travel time to all of our destinations. I've got 3 different campuses here and it's showing a journey time to each one of them. So then what I can do on the result is under contour per destination, I can search for my 3 campuses in this example, and I could just cherry pick 2 of them, so there's Derby and Chesterfield, and produce a brand new contour showing 60 minutes. This will then be produced in the system for me, and it's now only showing me access to 2 of them. And this is really useful when you have them overlapping in city centre locations or anything like that. So it's a really good, useful tool to give it a context. I'll bring on the background layer to help you kind of see that. And that's a really good kind of new feature as well as doing it on the one selection as well. Other things we've got in the tool, it's been improved, it's worth noting, is we've now got in the information that can be utilised using GeoTIFF. So lots of new data for Ordnance Survey is being produced, the GeoTIFF format, and this just works in exactly the same way as raster data always has done within TRACC. So you can load in the GeoTIFF by going on the Add button. You then choose where you've got your GeoTIFF data, just select all the files, doesn't need to be a world file or anything like that, and then it'll load in the background kind of map as it looks here that can be utilised, not allowing you to have to use things like WMS layers or anything else like that. So finally, the other type of things you've got within the system that's been improved, we've massively improved publishing as well as part of this release. That's been improved to improve the accuracy of PDF and XPS outputs. We also put some select all functions, so quite a few people complained that there was never a select all option on a few pages, and that's now been put into the software as well. And also a few other little minor bugs where people found that when they were drawing a new link, it would snap to the wrong location. These sort of issues that also now have been fixed within the tool. So TRACC version 1.3 is now out. You're more than welcome to download it and utilize it. If you have any sort of questions about upgrading or would like to know more, please email us at tracksupport@basemap.co.uk. And as always, we're on hand to help you out. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.